Good morning class, how are you? I am Premlata, HOD Social Science. Today I will start 10th class Economic chapter 2nd, the sectors of the Indian economy. So in the previous topic we have discussed all three economic activities, sectors like that primary, secondary and service sector. We have discussed the importance of those. We have discussed the independency of all three sectors, how these sectors are supporting to each other, like that agriculture sector providing waste to industry, industrial sector providing tools, fertilizers and machines to the agriculture sector, and service sector provides services to both. So today we will discuss the different type of sectors on the basis of the working condition. So, let me start the topic. Division of sectors as organized and unorganized. Listen beta, you all are aware that some people are working government job and some are doing work in other sectors, other areas, we can say in private firms also. So some people are registered by the government and some people are not registered. For example, if you have need some laborers for your farming task, so you are hiring the labor for 2, 3, 4, 5 days. When your work will be finished, then you will be reduce them. So these workers are known as the workers of the unorganized sector. Here two important terms. First one is organized sector. Second one is unorganized sector. So firstly we will discuss the organized sector. In organized sector, the workers are registered by the government. They have to follow all the rules and regulations, and they are having lot of facilities also. They have regular jobs, regular payments, they have paid leaves also, and they have limited working hours, fixed working hours. If they have to do work for overtime, then they have paid overtime also. On the other hand, unorganized sector. In unorganized sector, the people are not registered by the government. They are not having regular job. They are not having job securities. They can be relieved from their job places. They are not having fixed working hours. They have to do work during after the time periods also. They have to do work on Sundays also. They have to go at your workplace. They are not having paid leaves and medical facilities. So we are taking two examples from our textbook. Look at the pictures on page number 30. Two pictures are given. First example of Kanta and second one Komal. Kanta and Komal both are the neighbors living the same community. Kanta is working in an office. She goes to office at 9 o'clock and come back at 5 o'clock. So means the working time period for Kanta is fixed. She has regular job, paid leaves, medical facilities. On the other hand, Komal is working in an organized sector. She has to go at his workplace at grocery shop at 7:30 a.m. and come back at 8 p.m. So lot of difference between the working hours of both. He has to work more and not any paid leaves, no medical facilities. If he is not able to go at any day, then his wages will be reduced. So we are learning that lot of differences. People are facing lot of problems in organized sectors. Now question arises, in our country most of the people are working in unorganized sectors due to the overpopulation. Hardly 10% person are working in the organized sectors. Others have to depend on the unorganized sectors. So let me discuss that which type of benefits are people having in organized sector. First one is, in organized sector people are registered by the government. On the other hand, we are taking the points of the unorganized sector also. In unorganized sectors, people are not registered. People have regular job in organized sector. In unorganized sector, no regular job. people have to follow rules and regulations passed by the government. At the different times, the government passed act in the favor of the laborers. But on other hand, in unorganized sectors, the owners pass their own rules and regulations. So government rules are not followed. Next one is job security in organized sector. There is no job security in unorganized sector. Fixed working hours. This is the important thing in organized sector. People have to do work minimum 8 hours in organized sector according to the Indian government's rule. But there is no time period, limit time period for the workers in unorganized sector. Paid overtime. If the worker have to stay back for the work of the offices in organized sector, they paid extra. But there is no extra payment in unorganized sector. Next one is paid leaves. In organized sector, people are having paid leaves. For example, on Sundays or other days or festival days, people are having the salary of those days also. But in unorganized sector, they are not getting any kinds of wages on those days. Next one is medical leaves and medical facilities. In organized sector, people are beneficial with the medical leaves and medical facilities. On the other hand, in unorganized sector, people are not having such kind of facilities. So what can we do to protect the workers in unorganized sector? This is the another question. So first of all, government have to pass some acts in the favor of the workers of the unorganized sectors. So protection should be there, job security should be there. With the passage of time, the government should pass some acts in favor of the workers. So flexibility in labor laws is beneficial for the owners. So government should pass some acts on the flexibility also. With the passage of time, when there is need of more workers, the owners hire more. When there is no need, then they can relieve them. So such kind of rules can be passed by the government. So with the help of this video, we are able to know the meaning of organized sector and unorganized sectors. We are able to know the working condition in both the cases, and we are able to know the difference between both. And next one is we are able to know which type of act should be passed by the government to protect the workers in unorganized sectors. So with the help of this video, you will be find 10 very short questions. Thank you. Have a nice day.